Hey everybody, it's Rob Smith out here in Commerce Township, Michigan. It's a course that I designed myself back in quarantine times when all the courses were shut down. I've got 33 holes out here. We're just going to play the main 18. I call it the Nike layout. This is where they used to have an old military base. It was basically stationed out over here, but they've got some drives and that kind of stuff. So I tried to use these as tee pads. This hole here is hole one. This is the Pro Pad. It's about 400 feet, and it finishes just up here, past around these trees. There's sort of like a pathway that comes around this way, and it finishes just up in there. So it's just a big hyzer. You just got to hit the right angle, and it's a nice, easy par three. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully the sound works okay, and keep me posted here. Let me know if there's anything I can do to improve these. I want to try and put out as much content as I can on some of the local courses because I just feel like there isn't a ton. And I'd love to, be there and make better stuff for you guys. So let me know, like, comment, subscribe, of course, if you're into that kind of thing. I'd love to have that and build this into something that I could do down the road to, hopefully pay for some of the gear and shit that I've paid for. So let me know. We'll talk to you. Just didn't quite get it far enough. Missed it by like 10 feet. So drive landed right here. If I wouldn't hit this tree, I'd have been basically parked. Of course, I just set my bag up because obviously there's no baskets here yet. I'm working on the township. We'll see how it works out. Commerce Township, unfortunately, has a bunch of fuddy-duddies on their board. So we can try and work with them. If this video gets enough popularity, maybe we can actually get the course in. I think that would have made it in a basket, but of course I was shooting for the bag. All right, hole two. A couple different ways that you can play this one. My favorite is going to be the forehand. So the am pad, I don't know if you guys can see it, is right up here. There's like a little cement pad, and then there's a clearing. We'd have to chop out some of these branches a little bit lower to make it easier for people to shoot from there. But the gap here is you can take the inside route with like a forehand, something that's going to fly relatively straight, or you can take the big wide gap on it like a big turnover, and it finishes out in the clearing here by that big, huge tree that you can see kind of through the woods there. I'm going to try and hit the forehand gap, see if we can make this thing put together here. Oh, gosh. That'll actually not be so bad. It's a bit inside, but we'll have to see where it looks like. Coming around the corner here, you can see I did actually make it around this big tree. My tee pad is back off over here. You can see the gap that you have to kind of hit, but this actually worked out pretty good. You guys will get to see where the pin will be here in a second. Set my bag down there where the ideal pin placement would be. What's really nice about this course is there's not a ton of stuff that you have to take out. Like I said there on the am pad, just missed, that there's just a few branches. There's no trees that you have to remove out here. We're now on hole three. This one is a par four, a true par four. The way that this one works is this is where the Pro Pad would be, probably off to the side, so it's not on this walking path. And the idea is you want to lay it out in the clearing. There's like this bush off to the right and this tree. You want to go up between them with something that's going to flip up and finish. There is a tunnel shot that goes through the trees there, or you land out in the clearing, and then there's a hyzer shot up around to get to the actual green, which you can't see from here, but we'll show it to you here in a second. I'm going to throw a force here. There's a little bit of, actually, a decent amount of right to left. Maybe I'll go forehand, actually. Have it hold that line a little bit better. So that'll be okay. You really want to be probably another 75, 80 feet to make the upshot a little bit better, but we'll see once we get up there. Like I said here, I really wanted to be a bit closer. You can see somebody, it looks like, started setting up a BMX track here. This park is very seldom used. I'm going to go with Undertaker here and just throw big hyzer. So the shot here, I don't know if you can see it that good in the video, but there's this tree and then there's another one, and then there's a fairly decent clearing up top, so you got to go kind of up high, and then the green's just on the other side of that big tree. But it's a bit of a mash from here, which is why you'd like to be up another 80 feet or so. It's inside. Get lucky. Okay, so that actually fell down into the tunnel, which from the AM pad you can actually reach up to the entrance of the tunnel, and then there's like a little forehand turnover through the tunnel, which I might want to widen a little bit, but it actually works out pretty good as it sits. So you guys will get to see that tunnel in the next shot, so that worked out. So as you can see here, we landed in this little tunnel, kind of comes along this way. The grass right there is where the green is going to be. You can take a little skip shot through here. You could throw a roller, or you can try and go through here, which is what I think I'm going to try and do. Yeah, I'm trying that. Just got to hit the right angle, get up into the green area there. That should be okay. Yeah, it's like a 15-footer maybe. Here's where we landed. The bag is, of course, where it would be. So this would be for a 4. You can see the tunnel over there that we shot through, and I think you could probably see if it's in the view here where this hyzer line is that you can shoot from the field. That counts. This is hole 4, another par 4. Big flex forehand shot. Kind of comes around this way. There's a big tree out there behind this evergreen that you can see that you want to bend out like this around and finish. You guys will get to see what the green looks like here in a second, but it's nice and open once you get past here. You just got to hit the flex enough. That one should be pretty good. So as you can see here, that's the evergreen that you had to shoot up around. So this opens up really nice. If you just throw a hyzer, you can see there's hole 3's fairway. And the hole just finishes out over here, which is why you got to flex it. Oh, and there's my lie. So the green is really like right there where that little twiggy guy is. So we're just going to shoot for that for now. So looks like I swung out a little bit shy here. Should be okay though. Again, it's a par 4. Short. So it will be probably more like in the green here, but for the time being, take our par. This is hole 5, par 3. It's just like a Anheuser or forehand. It's going to finish out up by this evergreen here, and there's like a low ceiling that you have to contend with if you go short. But it's around that big tree, so you got to get it out a little bit. It's short. It should be in circle 2 though. All right, so this is the sort of low ceiling that you have to deal with coming in here, but I like that the green's a little bit shut off. There is an option here, but it gets difficult, so coming in the backside's a lot easier with a forehand or Anheuser. That's a 2 for Spurred. This is hole 6. This one is another Anheuser. I think I'm going to go forehand with it, though. A little bit right to left, so hopefully it'll push this Raptor over. But basically, you come out around this tree, or you can take the inside. The outside is definitely the better way to get the distance that you need. But the green finishes off kind of after this hill past all these trees. That should be maybe circle 1. All right, definitely inside circle 1. Got a little putt here. I like the placement of the pin here because there's a little bit of a downhill slope behind it, and most people are going to end up over here. So you're shooting Not a death putt, but this would probably be an elevated basket too. Another bird, finally. Okay, this is hole 7, probably my favorite of the holes. It's a par 5 that's like 750-ish feet. And the reason why it's a par 5 is there's a Mando down at the end there. So basically it takes a decent drive and then an upshot to get to where you need to hit the Mando in order to get to the green. So hopefully you guys will appreciate it. We're going to go Hades here and just try and go as far as I can with it. Get out of it. Oh, geez. Come on back. Ooh. All right. I think we still have an upshot for the alley. Okay, so my upshot landed over here, just under this tree, which is not going to be great. But the Mando is around this evergreen, the little one here. So you've got to get up into that alley in order to shoot towards the green, which the green is actually over by this big guy. So you guys will get to see that next. I think I'm just going to try to lay up to the alley here. A little bit of left to right. We'll go with Jawbreaker zone. Hopefully I've got a decent swing in here. Definitely not ideal. Just get enough on it, Rob. So I like this hole because you have to place your shots. Like that's almost not far enough to get around the Mando in a clean fashion to get up and down. So you guys will see what that looks like up there in a second here. Okay, so it's tough to see. I wonder if I can zoom in here. But the pin is going to be right there where you see that little yellow flake. It's one of the discs on my bag up there. Let's see. You can see it right there. So the Mando is this guy here. And I think it'll be a triple Mando, so that way you can't just throw a big bomb up over it. But you have to throw underneath this branch through the gap to get down to the green. Let's see if my lie worked out here. Sorry about the heavy breathing. I ran back from setting my bag up there. This is where my upshot landed me. It's kind of blind approach. Luckily, I actually marked that bag, so this might actually work out okay. Hopefully, I don't bend it too much. Come on down. A little short, but I think that'll putt anyway. So, like I said, a little short. We're just going to putt with the zone that I threw the upshot with. So this would be for birdie. I'll take the par. That's fine. On to hole 8. This one sets up as basically like a flex shot. It's 330 to 350-ish. And the pin is going to be between this big tree here and this little tree to the side of it, a little bit further back inside there. We'll show you that once we get up there, of course. So I'm just going to throw a flex. We've got a little bit of a headwind coming from right to left. So hopefully it'll hold long enough for this to fade. This is an Undertaker. So the wind pushed it down a little bit, but that's actually okay. It's probably circle 2-ish, maybe a little outside circle 2. So this did end up a little outside circle 2. You can see it kind of finishes, like I said, in between these trees, and it's going to be right there. So you kind of have to hit this gap in order to get a chance for the ace. This wind is not friendly for this putt. Sit down. I think I can make that comeback. All right, finishing up the front 9. This is going to be the tee pad right here. And the hole is to shoot around this guy, either side. And it's actually an island green out by these little trees here You can see in the distance, not sure how well you can see that from up there. That's as high as I can get it up. But the pin will be just in front of those trees to the right. Hopefully we can throw a decent drive here. This one plays about 350 to the pin. The island is probably closer to like 280. Just going to go hyzer here with a force. Oh no, that went way too straight. Might still be okay. Yeah, it's a little bit past where the pin would be. It's okay though. It's safe. Okay, we're coming up here to the actual island. You can see there's a little depression out here, and that's where the island is. The drop zone's right there. And the pin is going to be right around in the middle there. I probably should have thrown my bag out there, but it's right in the middle of this green right here. So we'll show you the putt. And if you guys have questions on the Roy G. Biv in the bag there, I get it every once in a while when I play with new people. I just have a little bit of OCD. Another bird. Shooting pretty decent. That's good. Thanks for watching, everybody. Disc Golf Daddy here, signing off. But please like and comment and share the video, and of course subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be making a bunch more content like this. Again, this was, if hopefully you made it all the way through here, this course is called U-235. That's for the uranium that they use in nuclear bombs that I think they held here at this missile silo that used to be here. And all the GPS location and everything is in UDisc, so you can go on there if you need any information. All my contact information is in UDisc for the course, and I'll gladly, walk you guys through, maybe even come out and play around with you. But thanks for watching again. We'll see you next time.